Also, I would like to apologize for my voice in advance. Pep rally and football have killed me. Do you guys remember when dinosaurs were a niche and interesting topic to be discussed by, I don't know, the History Channel and children's movies to be like educational? Because I sure don't. Because now every 4 years we get another Dino Slop film that somehow makes almost $1 billion at the box office. So they just have to make another one every 4 years. Because, yay! Unnecessary corporate expansion coming into a creative field. Who would have expected it? But this isn't Hollywood dead. It's actually Hollywood just innovating to get butts in seats. But why this series? What made that dinosaur book turned movie 32 years ago get sequel after sequel after sequel? Well, I'm actually not going to talk about that in this video because I want to talk about unnecessary corporate expansion later. So today, let's just re-talk about how fantastic the original Jurassic Park is. The intro to this film is surprisingly strong. We get an introduction to dinosaurs through raptors, but we never get to see one. All we get to see is the reactions from other people. And when everything seems to be going just fine, that is exactly when it goes wrong. And in all of this terrifying momentum, all we get to see of the dinosaur is its eye intercut with the eye of the man it's trying to eat. This intro made me remember that dinosaurs could be scary. Not a single one of the new dinosaur films have made them feel like creatures. This movie does that fantastically, while underlying its themes of the film, that everything will always go wrong when you interact with stuff you truly don't understand. From here, we're introduced to our protagonists. Alan Grant, a man who loves dinosaurs, hates kids, and needs money. He's literally me. Ellen Sattler, a smart, funny beauty who wants kids with Mr. Grant. She's literally me. And finally, the icon himself, Jeff Goldblum. I wish I could be anything like Jeff Goldblum. Not even 20 minutes into the film, we are balancing character interactions, personalities, and motivations, while everything is significantly clear to the audience without being directly explicit. And finally, we're here.
There it is.
When this music kicked in, I legitimately had a Akira moment. Years of Universal Studios, Jurassic Park, and YouTube videos filled my head as I was reminded how fantastic a composer John Williams was. One of the things this film does surprisingly well is its reverence for dinosaurs, and I'm going to hit on this a lot. Just like the beginning, we never get to see the dinosaurs at first. We just get to see others' reaction to building our anticipation. And when we finally do get to see them, they're these massive beings that loom out of reach while remaining graceful. It would be so easy for this movie to just write off dinosaurs as terrifying creatures with no other depth. Fun fact, that's what pretty much all the other films do. But this film explores all sides of them and the arguments surrounding these creatures. Mr. Bloom is here to constantly question the morals and logic of reviving species that have been extinct for millions of years. Grant and Sattler are the people who love and find the beauty in dinosaurs. And lastly, Hammond is the grown-up child who doesn't fully understand the repercussions of bringing these animals back.
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
One thing I adore about this film is the amount of times characters actually discuss things, and there are never any say it in English moments. Not only are these questions and discussions deep enough for the characters, but it causes us, the audience, to question and discuss the morals in the movie. And at no point does it just say what the characters are thinking, because it doesn't have to, because it doesn't think we, the audience, are stupid. And not only that, the characters in this movie have thought out their lines of reasoning. Up until this point, the precautions taken by the staff are very well done, if not rushed. So besides from some ethical questions about removing these animals from their habitats and not truly recreating their environments, everything's pretty much up to par. The true downfall of Jurassic Park is Hammond himself, rushing to create a future he deems fulfilling while building that future on crumbling foundations. But now we're halfway through the film and have made it to Scary Dino Time. This film never fails to build in suspense, making us wait and feel uncomfortable. And then when we are finally shown the dinosaurs, they make every second worth it. This T-Rex scene will always be iconic. There are a lot of little things I love about the next 25 minutes. First off, Grant knowing how to maneuver the T-Rex while Jeff tries to mimic him. But he has no clue what he's doing, so he just ends up having the T-Rex follow him because he just fails. Then there's the inconsistency of how high this wall is. If the T-Rex got up there and they can see the goat, it must be level ground. But we're shown there's a massive drop, and when Sattler comes by, she just kind of teleports up and down it, and then suddenly she's being chased. The film is also genuinely funny at times, and it made me realize the difference between a quip and a joke.
You just went and made a new dinosaur? Probably not a good idea.
See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory.
There are totally times when a character, particularly Jeff or the kids, says something that doesn't really match the tone. But it only happens with those characters, and it matches their personalities.
I hate trees. They don't bother me. Oh yeah, well you weren't in the last one.
Rewatching this little moment, I genuinely get a little giggle. Cause yeah, you're not gonna wanna get in another tree if the last tree you were in tried to kill you multiple times. But what caps off this section of the film for me as my favorite is when they're in that tree and we finally get to see some more dinosaurs. And we're reminded how these are just animals, not to be worshipped or capitalized on. We're reminded of that reverence as we also get to see how our protagonist has grown. As we re-enter the other perspective of the film, we get the best speech in the entire movie, which is capped off by a very symbolic gesture.
It's good.
Spared no expense.
While everything there looks fantastical, it has zero substance. It's artificial, just like the ice cream, and it's all because everyone has played into the grandeur, even Hammond, as he forgot the falsity of his own creation. Ellie is fantastic in this scene and the entire film. After this, she becomes a badass femme fatale who denies her gender role because she is the most capable person there. Hollywood doesn't need to create new roles that define women in media. This shit is fantastic in
1993.
Don't Mind Alien in 1979 and Joan of Arc in 1928. In the final section of this film, there is only peak. Raptors opening doors, a perfect symbolism, and possibly the most iconic dinosaur sequence known to man. Jurassic Park is clearly an adaptation. Many scenes and characters could have been fleshed out. Some stuff is even cut directly from the script to the benefit of pace. And it's really funny to think that the last thing Jeff said in the film was about some pipes. I'm going off script here for a second, but I wanted to touch on the sequels. A lot of my major issues with them is entirely personal in how I feel they lack as much substance as the ice cream in that one scene. While, yes, visually they're great, they lack as much substance as what Richard Hammond was trying to build. It feels like somebody just thought, I can make $1 billion by releasing one of these movies every couple years. And they were right. They're entirely correct. But those films think you're stupid because they just have to shove action in your face. And they're right. They're making billions of dollars because they are correct, but they don't have any substance to them. This film perfectly, deeply, and fully explores the ideas and philosophies bringing back dinosaurs would have, while never degrading them to mere creatures. And it feels like that is something the sequel films never do. Every piece of the cast and crew in this film were perfect. And even though there are definitely flaws in the film, because it takes so much time to create an important message, it will remain iconic for all of time. Whether or not you or I like the sequels to Jurassic Park, it doesn't really matter, because they have given jobs to thousands of people and have created memories for millions. And personally, I will always look forward to my next stroll through Jurassic Park. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles.